Hi, in today's video I'm going to be covering how to record pipewire audio on Linux. This will allow you to record any audio that's playing on your system. A couple of months ago I did a video on the exact same thing using a shell script that I'd written. But what I've done is got Google Gemini to help me convert that script into a Rust script and add additional functionality. So what I'm going to do is actually show you the original script and the issues that I've fixed with the new version. So what I'm going to do is actually use a Blender video, which are open source videos, so there's no issue with copyright, and I'm going to run the original script and show you how it works. Okay, just need to make that executable. Okay. What I'm going to do is play a video in YouTube and then run the script and show you how it works.
This is 327. I'm going in.
Good luck, Agent.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause it there and actually come back to the script. And as you'll see, the first issue is the script is running, but it's not actually showing any progress in the terminal. It looks like it's just hanging. And the second issue is that to quit the script, we have to run Control-C. The third issue is if I have a look at the output, is you'll see the output file name I had set up is pipewire and then the date and the file extension. So what I've done is address those three issues with the new version. So I'll remove, well, I'll play the audio.
This is 327. I'm going in.
Okay. So that's the old version. And what I'm going to do is show you the new Rust version. And what I've done is made a couple of changes. So I'm going to run record-pipewire-h, and that shows you the help. So by default, all you have to do is run record-pipewire without any options. The one option you do have to configure is to change the file name prefix. So by default, what it will do is it will create a file called pipewire- and then the duration of the recording and the .wav extension. But what you can do is use the -o option and change the default prefix from pipewire to something more descriptive like YouTube or Spotify or something like that. What I'll do is I'll just run it without any options and show you the difference. So I'll start playing this and then switch back. So as you can see, what we have here is a recording timer.
This is 327. I'm going in.
Good luck, Agent.
And stop that. So a couple of improvements, as you see. First of all, it tells you can press Q to stop the recording. Then it actually shows you a timer of the amount of time elapsed for the recording. And then when you quit, it says stop recording and recording saved to pipewire and the file name, which is the duration that the recording's been going. So if I have a look at that and then play that.
This is 327. I'm going in.
Okay. So let's do the same thing, but give it a prefix. So we could just choose something like YouTube or something, but I'll call it Agent 327. So what I'm going to do is record pipewire, Agent 327, and press play.
This is 327. I'm going in.
Good luck, Agent.
Okay. So now if we have a look at the file, you'll see the prefix has been changed from pipewire to Agent 327 while still retaining the duration of the recording. So this allows you to be more specific with what you're actually recording, basically. Of course, you can rename it afterwards if you don't want the duration, but that's just something I added to make it clear how long the clip was after you've recorded it. So again, you get the idea. Agent 327. Okay, so let me come across to the Git repository. Okay. Rust scripts. Okay, so this is repository I created of a couple of shell scripts that I've converted to Rust with the help of Gemini. So in the previous video I showed you relay MPV, which is to relay a video played with MPV into a pipe that can then be played with OBS Studio. And what we have down here is record-pipewire. So this basically tells you what it does. Record-pipewire audio with a duration in the file name. You run the script with the -h option to show the help. There you go. And as you can see here in the note, the example output for a 30-second recording using the default output file name will output pipewire dash and then the time in hours, minutes and seconds and .wav. And using the -o option you can change the output file name prefix as I just showed you. So record pipewire -o YouTube would output YouTube dash and then the duration and the file extension. And finally, pinch is another script, basically sends a link from YouTube to MPD, the music player daemon, using a socket. So this allows you to get a URL from YouTube or anything supported by YTDLP and to play just the audio in the music player daemon. But what I wanted to do is just give you a quick overview of that and how you actually install this. So there are pre-built binaries for nixos and Linux, so you can just download those. This is for this section here is actually for the relay MPV script. So those aren't actually required for record pipewire, so I should actually just update that to make that clear. But basically all you need to do is make sure you've got a bin directory created, and if you're using ZSH, edit your ZSH env file and add this code here, which will add the bin directory that you've created to your system path and then source it. If you're on bash, you do the same sort of thing here. And again, some of these instructions are just for setting up YTDLP and Dino manually on Debian and Ubuntu, so that may be handy anyway. But basically you just need to create the bin directory and edit your shell path to edit to the system path and download the file and put it in. So if I come across to the releases, okay, you see Rust scripts version 3. So if you're on Linux, you download the targz and 256 checksum. If you're on nixos, download the targz and the checksum, and you can run the char256 to check the integrity of the downloaded file. And then basically you just extract it and put it in the bin directory and off you go. So as I said, this will record anything playing on your system. So It's easy video, blender videos. So what I have here is Elephant's Dream and Big Buck Bunny. So record pipewire, and if I play Elephant's Dream, I'll set this up to record and then play it.
You'll see. You'll see. Emo, this way.
Okay. So as I said, by default, it's just going to say pipewire and the duration.
You'll see. You'll see.
Okay. Right. So basically, it will allow you to record anything you can hear playing through your system. That includes things such as Spotify or whatever that actually use DRM. But basically, it uses pipewire-record, which is a pipewire utility that gets installed when you have pipewire installed. And of course, pipewire is the successor to Pulse Audio. So that's basically the gist of it, is that it will provide additional sort of functionality over the previous script, in that let me just find another one here. Okay. Okay, so that's charge by Blender. I'm going to come across there, stop that, close that. Okay, so you can see dead easy to use, and as I said, it should show you the. Let's do the recording again. But as you can see, the advantage is that it's actually going to show you how long it's recording for, as opposed to just hanging in the terminal. You can easily press Q to stop the recording instead of Control C. It will tell you the name that it's saved the file to, and as I said, optionally you have the ability to set the prefix. So I call that sort of charge. Play that again. Okay, press Q to stop, MPV charge. So, big improvement over the previous version that I did, in that it doesn't just hang in the terminal looking like it's not doing anything. It actually provides you feedback, showing you how long it's been recorded. You can easily quit with Q. You've got the option to set the file name prefix, so you can change it from pipewire to something more descriptive that you're actually recording the audio from. And so it works with basically anything. If it's playing, if the audio is playing for your system on Linux, it will record it if you're using pipewire. You videos online and stuff, Spotify, you know, even things that use DRM. I'm not saying you should, but it will just record anything basically. So as I said, I'll put links to this under the video. I'll update the README to make it a bit clearer that what the dependencies in this list are for. So as you can see here, as I was saying, you don't need these you only need these dependencies if you're using the relay MPV script. But this is useful anyway on how to set up YTDLP and Dino on Linux. Obviously, because this is pipewire, it won't work on Mac OS or FreeBSD, which don't use pipewire, whereas the other two scripts, Relay MPV and Pinch, will work on Mac OS and FreeBSD, but this one here, record-pipewire, is just for recording on Linux. So that's all for now. I'll update the README to make it a bit more clear, and I'll put links to everything under the video.